It's another edition of Calling Segment right here on Davcado TV, and this is the only online TV channel where you will see something like this. So why don't you subscribe on our channel? Click on the notification so whenever we post a content like this, you will not be missing out. Like and share our content. And today we'll be on the line with KV Bangerz. He's a music producer, songwriter, singer. In fact, basically, he's an artist. So we'll be getting more insight from him about his music career and especially things that are going on in the music, in the Ghana music industry. Let's get on the line with KV Bangerz. All right. You're welcome to Davcado TV.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right. So let's start with your name, KV Bangerz. We want to know what inspired your name, KV Bangerz.
Yeah, so KV, the K is my name, Kellis,
Okay.
and the V is the guy I learned from.
Mm,
Yeah, he's called Louis V. Bangerz. He's an American sound engineer, a producer. So that
okay.
was the guy I learned from. So I just added his V Bangerz to my name, just to
Okay.
show respect. Yeah, and to just honor him
Okay.
for the
Okay.
lessons. Yeah.
Okay. So, how would you describe your style of genre in music? How would you describe your style of genre?
Yeah, my style of genre
Mm,
is really unique and quite different. I blend a lot of our local rhythms with a
okay.
foreign style. I
Mm,
do I do every kind of genre, but
okay.
I always try to blend the flavors here and there to create
Mm,
something unique and
mm,
some kind of a new taste. Yeah,
okay. Okay. So blending the Ghanaian or the local taste with the foreign taste. How do you get in the trends based on what is trending in music industry today?
your line was breaking a bit. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah, okay. So based on how you mix your genre, both
Hmm.
foreign and the local, so how do you get in line with the daily trends of, or the daily trends in the music industry?
Yeah, so there I hardly listen to music actually, but there are a few people, I think four four musicians I listen
Mm,
to, like two engineers
mm,
I always draw inspiration from, right?
yeah, yeah.
So when I'm trying to make a beat, I just put myself in their shoes. Okay, how would this person attack this kind of beat? Okay,
Mm,
and
mm,
then what am I going to add to it to make it unique? Okay, so I
okay,
draw inspirations from people that I look up to, and then I make sure that I don't do it without putting my heart and myself in the center of the simulation that I'm trying to achieve.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay. Knowing that, then initially, you being a producer, so how do you discover, the part of you also writing songs and singing? Apart from being a producer, how do you discover yourself writing songs? Basically, being an artist.
yeah. So the truth is, I
Mm,
was an artist before I became a producer.
okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to put being an artist on pause to focus on producing, to become good at it, to become the best at it. And then after I did that, I combined the singing and the rapping with the producing. So
Oh, okay.
I wasn't a producer before I became an artist. I was an artist. I was part of the group, right?
Mm,
And
mm,
then we did a couple of songs, and then we split it. Then I became a producer. Then I had to learn the production, and then I became an artist. So I would say that I draw inspiration by my favorite mentors, okay, and
okay.
also things that I want to become. So most of my songs are not really about what I actually go through.
Mm,
They're about what I aspire to become.
okay.
Okay. So in
Yeah.
as much as people write about their life experiences, what they go through and what they are
Mm,
going through, I actually
okay.
write about what I want to see myself, how I envision myself. Those are the
Mm,
inspiration I use into
mm,
writing songs
mm.
and putting down my contents as a
Okay.
musician.
Oh, okay, okay. That's cool. So, your songwriting process, basically, so you draw your inspiration from, the happenings around and your personal experience, right?
Yeah, I draw inspirations with things I want to become, not my personal experiences. You
Okay,
know,
okay.
it's like somebody struggling, right? And the
Mm,
person is writing songs about their struggle. I don't do
okay,
that.
okay, okay,
I write about what I want to become. So in case if I'm struggling now, I'm always looking ahead for better days. So
okay,
I would rather write about the better days than write about the struggling I'm going through.
okay. Good inspiration. Okay, so can you give
So
us, some of the titles of songs that you've written?
um, on top of my head, um,
Mm, mm,
I have I have so many songs, but I think I have Mansa Musa, I have Level Up, um I have Level Up, I have No Time, I
okay.
have No Days. I have a lot of songs. On top of my head, I can't recall all.
Okay, so what about the ones that you produced? Not basically for yourself, actually, maybe productions outside your business, maybe other people or artists that you've done
Yeah,
production for.
I've worked with Raskuku.
Okay,
Yeah, I've worked with Raskuku. I've worked with Quata. I've
okay,
worked with Jalid.
mm,
I've worked with um um Tiflo.
okay,
Yeah, I've worked with quite a number of people, honestly.
okay.
Quite a
So
number of people.
how does it feel working with these people, knowing that you're also an artist and a
No,
producer?
it
How
feels
does it feel?
good. It feels good. It feels
Okay,
really good because in this music space,
mm,
everybody has their own style and their own approach into making music. So
definitely.
working around with people, you get to learn their approach towards music to
Mm,
better your craft.
mm,
Okay, because you cannot just depend on yourself.
yeah,
Music is dynamic
sure,
and the
sure.
industry changes. So you
Mm,
always need to be abreasted with the new trends and the new styles that come. So working
mm,
around with so many people
mm,
teaches you how they attack their songs, how they
mm,
go about making their song, and also makes you dynamic.
yeah,
Imagine being a rapper,
mm,
right? And you
yeah,
work with a dancehall artist for maybe 5 years or
yeah,
2 years.
yeah,
Automatically, you will pick up the rhythm and the style of doing dancehall, even though you're not a dancehall artist, but you'll be able to do it with ease.
definitely,
Yes.
definitely.
So
Okay.
being around different artists and working with them opens
Mm,
you up to a higher horizon of
yeah,
becoming a musician or an artist.
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Okay, so being a producer, a songwriter, in fact, being a producer and artist, do you face any challenges, in trying to manage these two different things?
Nah, honestly, no. Because
Okay.
when when artists come into the studio, right,
Mm,
and they want to record or do their song, once
mm.
they are singing and they are going off tune, I know exactly what to
What
tell
to
them
do?
to do.
Mm.
When I'm creating the beat, I have a rhythm already in my head
Okay,
that
cool.
I know that okay, this is how I want the song to go. You might have your idea, but
Mm,
because I am also abreasted with how the song like how music should actually go, right?
mm.
I'm able
Yeah,
to input into your song, into
yeah.
whatever idea you have to make it a great song.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
So it makes the work much more easier.
Okay. So, can you share with us, your some of your achievements, both in songwriting and in production? What is your greatest achievement?
In songwriting, okay. So in production, I would say
Mm,
the Grammy consideration. I've
okay.
produced songs. Yeah, I've produced a couple of songs
Mm,
that got considered for Grammys. Yeah,
wow. Wow.
yeah.
It's a big, in fact, it's not a small achievement. It's a big
Yes, yes, yes,
achievement.
yes, yes.
I say a very big congrats on that and keep it up.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right. So let's talk about, I don't know if you have any upcoming project that you like to share with us.
Yeah, I have an upcoming joint joint album
Okay.
with one of my artists called
Okay.
Bleak,
Okay.
called Bleak. Yes.
Okay.
So
So tell us
yeah,
about it.
it's the title of the album is Rough Road. It is already done and dusted. We've already recorded it, mixed and mastered it. So we are just putting things in place to release. So we
Okay.
would announce the release date soon. Yeah, and they'll get
Okay.
it over with.
Okay. Sure. We'll also be in the line. We'll also be in the line to,
Yeah,
help
yeah, yeah, yeah.
promoting it. All right.
I
So
mean, I'll give you guys exclusives.
okay, sure, sure. I would accept that. So there's been some controversies about beat makers and producers. So do you think these two people are, different people, beat makers and producers? Are there any difference between these two people?
Yeah,
Okay, what's the difference?
a beat maker is basically somebody who does beats.
Mm,
Okay, but a producer also goes the extra mile to somehow investing in what they are doing.
okay.
Okay, so I make the beat. Maybe I bring people on board, right? I bring people on board to come and do the song. It doesn't end at beat making.
Mm,
Okay, I
okay.
know how to find people to come and use my beat. I try to push it myself.
Mm,
Yeah, you don't only have the skill to make beats, but you also have the business mind or the
okay.
business knowledge to
Yeah.
actually capitalize on what the person was made to become
Mm,
revenue for you.
okay. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Well noted. Well noted. Right. So what? Because there are a lot of people, a lot of listeners out there who also aspire to be either a producer or a musician. So what would you have to tell these aspiring people?
Yeah, I would just tell them to venture into it because it's a lucrative business. Okay. So
Okay.
and then I'll tell them to learn more. I'll tell them to always be updated with what is current in the industry, to be unique.
Mm,
Okay. Know
okay.
what is in the industry, but be
Mm,
unique about it.
okay.
And I'll tell them to keep pushing and striving for the best.
Okay. So about what you just said now, let me just throw a question to you. That has to do with authenticity in the music industry. So do you think the artist should try and experiment, any genre at all that they would like? Because some of the artists they based on a certain genre, but some people also try to differ from genre to genre. So do you think it has something to do with their authenticity?
Um, let me say it like this. Okay.
Mm, mm,
Let me say it like this. So as a musician,
yeah.
okay,
Mm,
you must be dynamic
okay.
because music is ever changing. It is not
Mm,
static.
okay.
So many years we had hip life
Mm,
being the biggest song in Ghana or being the biggest genre in
mm,
Ghana.
mm,
Along the line, there came high life. Along the line, there came other forms of genres, and today we have Afrobeat. Okay,
okay.
even now
Mm,
it is Amapiano,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
So as an artist, being conformed to one pattern of music is
Mm,
your disadvantage.
okay.
It's a
Okay.
disadvantage. As an artist, you can only call yourself a musician or a musical artist when you are able to switch between genres and being dynamic with time. As the time changes, you should be able to change.
Oh,
And
okay.
that is when you can become relevant.
Mm,
If not, when your time of relevance in a specific genre, okay,
mm,
switch,
mm.
you fade out.
Okay. So your
So you
point.
need to. Mhm.
So your point is that they shouldn't be based on one genre. Like they should experiment
They
any
should
genre at
open
all.
up. Yes, they should open up.
Okay. Okay.
And like you said earlier, or like we were saying earlier, that comes with working with a lot of artists.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, opening yourself to listening to so many people, so many
Mm,
types of musicians, and then working with so many kinds of artists
okay.
as a producer.
Okay. So let's talk about branding in the music industry. So how important is branding in the industry?
Yeah, branding is very important.
Mm,
Branding is really important because your brand is your worth.
Okay.
Okay. So you might be an underground, or you can be an underground, having a good price, and
Mm,
then people will come in for you, paying the price or investing in you as much as they invest in bigger brands.
okay.
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 So the
Yeah.
fact that you or someone might be an underground does not mean they shouldn't invest in their brand or put up a brand, because your
Okay.
brand is your worth.
Yeah.
Labels
Exactly.
want, or people already want, gifts, or they want products that are well branded.
Mm,
So as an
exactly.
artist, as a producer, your brand should be the first thing you have for yourself. The
Okay.
first thing shouldn't even be fame.
Okay.
The first thing should be having a solid brand,
Okay. Sure.
having your way and your part of doing things. That
Okay.
way,
Okay.
when bigger brands or when bigger labels come to you,
Mm,
they give you what you are worth.
okay.
People come up and they're like, when this label came to sign me,
Mm,
they didn't give me a good offer, and the offer was bad, and the offer was this and that. It mostly
mm.
depends on how much you have invested in yourself. It depends on
Yes.
your own brand as a
Definitely.
person.
Definitely.
You
Definitely.
see,
Definitely.
somebody will bring you, sorry for me to say this, a shitty deal
Mm.
because you are not well branded. You look
Yeah.
like you don't know your left from your right.
Mm.
Right. So when
Okay.
you learn and when you invest in your own brand and you have a protocol in doing things, right?
Mm.
Anybody coming will respect the fact that you have some form of a pedestal you are standing on before they come
Oh.
in.
Okay.
Whatever you demand or whatever agreement must be made, it will be fair. So
Ah.
branding is your worth.
Okay. Okay. All right. So having noted that, before I take the last item on my list, there's in most recent times there has been conflict in the industry here and there. This person conflicting with this person with this person. So, in your opinion, do you think there is something the industry can do to, bring peace and unity among the industry personnel or among these people that are conflicting?
Actually, actually,
Mm.
the conflict or the beef, right,
Yeah.
is part of the music.
So,
It
why
is
is it part of the
it is
music?
one way
Uh,
to which artists thrive and become relevant. It is one way, like it is a necessity
mm,
in the industry.
okay.
Okay, it's just like a normal day life.
Mm,
Whatever happens, you are going to hear somebody fighting somebody, or you would have an altercation with somebody at a point in time,
okay.
right? It is part of the industry. It cannot be one-sided that there is always peace, because even the Bible says a false balance is an abomination. So there can't always be peace,
Yeah,
right? So
definitely.
the beef is a necessary evil, right?
Okay.
Imagine,
Okay.
imagine right now, right?
Mm,
The 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 biggest singer now
mm,
in Ghana, let me say Stonebwoy,
okay.
right?
Mm,
And then maybe an underground artist, right?
yeah.
Okay, let me say dancehall artist, I know a singer is
Mm,
Stonebwoy, and an
mm,
underground dancehall artist is saying that okay, any song Stonebwoy is going to do, right?
yeah.
I'm going to make sure I release my own version and do it way better,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
And then they begin to put in the work, right?
Yeah.
Whatever happens, that decision alone is going to spark a confusion between whoever it is and whoever
Definitely.
it is,
Definitely.
because it's like you are trying to prove yourself you are way better than I am,
Mm,
right? And
yeah.
that is the only way that that underground artist can get attention.
Yeah. Okay.
People
Okay.
will now see that no, it looks like this guy is competing with Stumble. Like it brings attention. So the beefing and the fight is
Mm.
a necessary evil.
Okay. So, in your point, it's important for that thing to remain in the industry.
Yes, it's important, but then it shouldn't be violent.
Okay. Yeah, that's so that because that's what I'm about to ask you now. Don't you think it's going to bring, something bad or it's going to cause something more bad in the industry?
You know, we live in in a country that
Mm,
we always have altercations, but then
mm,
we make sure that it doesn't escalate into violence.
okay.
Beef is a part of the game. right?
Okay.
But
Yeah.
violence is not. There are some of these, let me say this, there's some of these politicians, they come on radio and they fight each other, right? But
Mm.
right after they get out of the door, they're going to sit in the same car and go and chill out in the same place because they
Definitely.
understand that the politics field or world is their
Mm.
game,
Yeah.
is the way they eat. So that is how
Mm.
we musicians must see it.
Okay.
It shouldn't
So,
extend
so
outside of the game.
do you think the
It is. Mhm.
musicians do you think musicians are seeing it in this perspective?
That is what that is how they must see it. And if they are not seeing it, then I think some measures have to be put in place. Or some of them do not understand the music business, basically.
Okay, okay. All right, thank you. That's it on it. That's it on it. Our final item, want you to give shout out to, people that matter a lot in your life or even in your industry. Want to give it a shout out, give shout out to them.
Okay, so first of all, I want to say shout out to my manager.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say shout out to my road manager, Kush.
Mm,
Yeah, Luis. And
okay.
then shout out to Young Lord,
Mm,
who is my manager. Shout out to Bleak. Shout out to Quata. Shout out to Davcado. Shout
okay.
out to you yourself. Shout out to
Thanks.
everybody who follows my music and listens to my music. That was everybody out there. I just want to say a big thank you for supporting me all these years and then making sure that I am always on my toes, putting out good music. Yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Lastly, I want you to share your social media handles so that anybody that wants to link up with you can easily link up with you. So
Okay,
kindly share
so
your social
on
handles.
Facebook, Instagram,
Mm,
YouTube, everywhere, it's KV Bangerz.
okay,
So
okay,
KV and Bangerz, Bangerz
okay.
on all social media.
All right, all right. KV Bangers, thank you so much for being on the line with us, and we appreciate every bit of information that you shared with us. Thank you once again.
Okay, thank you to boss.
All right, so have a nice evening.
Okay, boss, you too.
That was a quick insight about what is happening in Ghana music industry, and I hope you know the real deal now. My name is Pedro Kingsley, aka MD Kings Pedro, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also follow me on all social media handles at MD Kings Pedro. See you on the next edition of Calling Segment right here on Davcadotv.